Prince Philip considered her the most important creation of his wife's reign. The majestic Britannia has been a constant companion to the royal family, and one that Her Majesty has found very difficult to part with. For 44 years, Britannia has been the main transport to take Her Majesty and her family around the world. She has been associated with royal holidays, working days, and even the marriages of royalty. The majestic Britannia was built in 1953. The 5-story ship was both a royal residence and part of the Royal Navy, with a permanent staff of over 240 royal yachtsmen and officers. The yacht was used by the Queen to embark on overseas tours, during which she met with dignitaries both on land and aboard Britannia. Prince Philip once said, "The ship holds a unique place in royal history." Almost every previous monarch has been responsible for building a church, a castle, a palace, or just a house. The Royal Yacht Britannia Trust reports the Duke of Edinburgh as saying, "The only comparable thing in the current reign is Britannia." The largest room of the royal yacht is considered to be the state dining room, where gala banquets were held. It can accommodate up to 56 guests. Here, the monarch hosted numerous dignitaries, including Winston Churchill, Nelson Mandela, Ronald Reagan, and Margaret Thatcher. When the folding doors to the adjoining room open, guests are treated to a view of the cozy drawing room, where the royal family could relax privately or receive guests. Elizabeth herself could not enjoy a honeymoon on board the Britannia. The yacht was not built until after her accession to the throne, when she and Philip were in their 6th year together. However, other Windsors enjoyed the opportunity to spend their wedding voyage on the deck of the luxury vessel. They included Princess Margaret with Lord Snowdon, Princess Anne with Mark Phillips, Prince Charles with Princess Diana, and the Duke and Duchess of York. Every year, the royal family goes on holiday to the north of the United Kingdom. It is usually a cruise to the Western Isles of Scotland, which Elizabeth traveled on with her children and later her grandchildren. Having traveled over 1,000,000 miles on the same engine by 1994, the yacht became known as the Queen's Floating Palace. To mark the occasion, a ribbon-cutting celebration was held on the Britannia, with Elizabeth appearing in a flowered skirt and Philip in a Hawaiian shirt. On board the Britannia, the Queen and Prince Philip slept separately. The picture shows the minimalist furnishings of Her Majesty's bedroom: a single bed, a desk with a telephone, a dressing table with a mirror, and curtains in the tone of the bedspread. At the front of the ship are the rooms where the staff lived and worked. For example, there was a 24-hour laundry so that yachtsmen and officers could change their clothes up to 6 times a day. Curiously, it was thanks to her mother's yacht that Princess Anne found happiness in her second marriage. It was on the deck of the Britannia that the only daughter of the royal couple met her second husband, Timothy Lawrence. In the 1980s, he was the navigator of the royal yacht. The ship served the British royal household faithfully until 1997, when the Labour government decommissioned the vessel, citing excessive costs. According to Reuters, the Britannia was costing the treasury $11 million annually to operate. It was very hard for the Queen to say goodbye to her favorite yacht. It was one of the few times that Elizabeth let her feelings out and shed a tear in public. After decommissioning, the yacht became a public museum in the harbour area of Leith in Edinburgh. Britannia is considered one of the most popular attractions in the whole of Scotland, where tourists flock from all over the world. The museum's displays include technical rooms, numerous offices, the teak drawing room where the Queen liked to have breakfast, and even her private quarters. Many things remain as they were left by their former owners. For example, the clock on the deck stopped at the 1501 mark. the moment when the Queen stepped off the ship for the last time. It refers to the party Her Majesty's granddaughter Zara held on Britannia the day before her wedding to her chosen man, Mike Tyndall. The writer and rugby player were getting married in Edinburgh and could not refuse the temptation to hold a pre-party on board the royal yacht, where all the Windsors and numerous friends of the athletes gathered. However, Elizabeth was not among them. She wanted to let the guests enjoy themselves without embarrassing anyone with her presence.